All right, we are live. Okay,
Eh,
woo, 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 we're back. Okay, so last we left off, um, you guys were in the dungeon for Zaduk, and you were asked to basically check this out, look at the traps, see if people will be able to make it. The goal is uh, for prisoners basically to not make it, um, which is unfortunate, but that is what the goal was. And now you guys are at one of the last corridors, last little hallway. There was a door with a anti-magic field around it.
No, door.
You got through it, but walking past the hallway, there you looked around the corner and there was a dragon. So we will begin by rolling for initiative. And I need to get my dice.
Definitely when you initiative this time. A foolproof plan that doesn't break any rules.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to look at my notes and I don't have anything. Did we have we figured out what type of dragon it is yet, or is that like green dragon, red dragon, ice dragon, something like that, or
I don't remember if I told you guys. Do you guys remember if I told you?
I think you said copper,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds correct. Because I know that I did a fire type dragon. You're welcome, Dad. I didn't do a lightning dragon, I don't think. I might have done. No, it's acid. It's an acid dragon. Yeah. So it's a young copper dragon. Yes, that is what it is. It's as far as dragons go, it's very small. However, it is still a dragon, so it is large.
about how big is it?
It is about 15 feet all the way around, so up, sideways, and back. It's a little bit thinner than it is tall or lengthwise, but it is technically size large. Yes, hello.
I'm having some trouble finding my character sheet. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. So initiative, and of course, I rolled like crap. So where's pencil? Muad'Dib chewed up one of my pencils. Love that. Thank you, Muad'Dib. Okay. Anybody have 20 or above?
I think we're waiting on Ruby to get his sheet.
Okay. Jed and Mac, what did you guys get?
I got a 16.
16 and
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I was like, did I just grab the one D20 and nothing else? Because I would.
Probably.
No, I didn't. I have it. Alrighty. Before we officially start combat, would you guys like to do an investigation or perception check?
I would like to,
Okay.
as usual. I would like to do that. Let's see here. I'm trying to perception. Fuck it, I will roll a perception. That is a +3 for me. Yeah, +3. Ooh, I got an 18.
Oh, nice. With everything added up, or 18 on the die?
18 on the die.
Alrighty, found it.
Okay. Go ahead, roll for initiative, Ruby. So with that perception check, Najma, you see that the opposite corner, as the dragon, there is a statue. It seems to be a bust of a woman, but it's unlike one that you've ever seen. She's making a really weird face, and you can sort of sense there's magic around the statue. You can roll an Arcana if you would like to try to figure out what that is.
I'd like to relay that info to everyone, and I want to get my Arcana up somehow. My Arcana is a +2. I'm getting really lucky early on a kind of.
I got a nat
15.
20 on Arcana.
15 +2 for me on
Okay.
Arcana. 15 +2.
Okay. You should be a wisdom caster. What is your wisdom score?
My wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
My wisdom. Sorry, passive wisdom. Did you say?
No, just total score.
Total wisdom. Oh, pardon?
What's the number?
Which number for wisdom?
For your
I'm so
wisdom,
sorry.
the big number.
Okay, the big number 15. Big number
Okay.
15.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that would be a +2. So, and if you're not if you didn't choose that as one of your proficiencies, unfortunate. All right, Ruby, what did you get in initiative?
53.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did, because you never specify what to roll, so I rolled a d100.
For initiative, you always roll a d20. For this
That was not stated.
For this game.
God
Because
damn
I
it.
expect you to understand the rules of the game we are playing. I'm sorry that I overestimated your ability to do so.
I feel that since this is your mistake, that I should get the 53 roll as compensation.
Roll or I will roll for you.
I rolled a 12. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So we got Copac at the top, Varen, and then Najma. And the dragon somewhere in there. So, Copac.
Yeah.
You see that both you and Najma see that this sort of field surrounding the statue, you recognize this type of magic as enchantment magic. Copac, you very specifically see this is the spell confusion. If you get close, it will muddle your mind and make you unable to accurately do anything. Okay. With that information, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I will yell out to everyone, don't get too close to it. Something doesn't seem right.
Okay.
I will shoot out a frostbite at it.
At what? What is it?
At the dragon.
At the dragon? Okay. Roll to attack.
That is a 16 to hit.
That does not hit. Your frostbite stops just like an inch short of the dragon. The dragon sort of takes a step back and just puffs at you.
Hmm.
Anything else you would like to do?
Oh, we're all gonna die.
Does
I believe
anyone
that's it.
have proficiency with nature?
I do not.
Human does.
Okay, but you're playing Varen today. Does Varen have proficiency with nature, or does Najma have proficiency with nature?
I feel like he directly targeted me there.
I have a +3 in nature, but no proficiency in it.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Copac, or are you going to end your turn?
That will end my turn.
You are all, by the way, about 15 feet from the dragon. Nobody has told me they are moving, so until I hear that, I am assuming you guys are all part of the same group. Look at the stream if you want to see where things is. All right. Varen, if Copac is done, it is your turn.
Woohoo! So, just so I'm sure I understand this correctly, there's a dragon around the corner. Copac launched frostbite at it. It looked at him like he was a bitch. And there's also another person in the room who's casting enchantment magic.
No. The first part, yes. There is not another person in the room. There is a statue, and it has some sort of enchantment magic going on with it.
Do I still have my...
Excuse me.
Why use a statue to enchant, though?
You get
'Cause
no
they
answer
can.
from the room.
Copac,
Hmm.
do you have any explosives on you? I think we should start by trying to take the statue out.
I do not.
Is this something? Is this like out of universe, or does Varn actually say this Copac like in universe?
I actually say that in universe.
Najma is very alarmed because she's thinking, what if that statue could be a person, like frozen?
The statue that you see is basically a marble block, up to about a little over waist height, and then it just has the chest and face and arms of a woman.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's not like a
not-
full body statue; it's just a bust.
Yes.
Is that right?
It is.
Oh, okay, yeah, never. Yeah, okay, yeah, never mind. Sorry. This whole time I thought like we were literally talking about like a whole statue.
Oh, no. Okay, Varen, it
Versus
is your
not
turn.
that violent.
It is your turn. I'm giving you exactly 1 minute, or you will cede your turn. Go.
Okay. The dragon didn't seem to do anything towards Copac, so I'm going to test that theory, but can I prepare to dodge?
If you use your bonus action to disengage.
Okay. So essentially, I'm going to start approaching the dragon slowly
Okay.
until it reacts to me. And I'm going to use my bonus action to get the fuck out of there.
It swivels its head to look at you as you get closer. And you see it kind of narrow its eyes a bit.
I stop approaching.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to communicate with it.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Common and Elvish.
Okay.
I'm going to try Elvish because I'm sure it thinks Common is a lesser creature's language.
Okay.
I'm going to ask if it means us harm.
Whatever Copac just tossed bite at it.
It sort of lifts back its head, sort of rears back a little bit, and then sort of again gives a little huff, and a little couple globules of green burning liquid fall on the floor near your feet and sort of start to eat through the floor, before it sort of shakes its head and then stretches out its neck to basically get close and parallel to the ground. So now you have a dragon face, a dragon head, basically at chest level, looking at you, like very close to you.
I rolled to seduce.
No, don't do that. You fucking serious?
Oh,
That would be. Oh dear lord. That would be. How are you gonna seduce it?
I'm not. That was a joke. What the fuck, person?
He's
Look,
not a bard.
I wouldn't put it past
your
you. I wouldn't put it past you.
What do you mean? It's like the most common D&D joke we make around here.
I still wouldn't put it past you.
You know what? You could at least wait until I'm playing my bard character before you succumb me to your offensive beliefs.
Okay, sure. It's not like your character right now has very high charisma, but okay, whatever.
Decently high. Not very high. It could be higher.
What are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? You used your movement.
Alright. In a very cunning and defensive action, I'm going to turn and look at Copac and beg for mercy. Save
Why are you begging me for
me!
mercy?
Okay.
Copac is looking at me.
It's like a foot away from your chest, basically.
It wants to eat my booty.
I say just be on the defensive and move. We'll make it out of here.
Okay. So you say that, and the dragon sort of turns to look at you, Copac. And it swivels its head towards you, but it's still right next to Varen. And it says, sort of in a grumbly sort of voice, "Well, won't you come play with me?"
I rolled to seduce them.
This is a young dragon. You shouldn't do that.
Hey, young dragon is still over 18. That was a joke, and I apologize.
Thank you. And that is all the dragon's going to do. Najma, it is your turn.
Consider and sorry, did everyone hear what the dragon said, or
Yes,
was that,
everybody heard it. It said it out loud and in common.
and everybody could, all of us could understand that? Like, it said it in like what freaking
Common. It said it in common.
Yeah, sorry, common. Yeah. Interesting. For my turn, Najma would like to. Goodness. Let me. She would like to roll. Oh God, I don't know. Would this be an investigation, or would this actually be? I feel like this is actually perception. I think. To try and see, hey, does the dragon actually mean this? Does the dragon
that
like?
would be
We know it's a young
insight.
dragon, but like, does it mean what they're saying? I want to roll for that.
That's insight.
That's. Oh, insight. Okay, my insight. Okay, yeah, I'd like to do insight then. Roll for
Go
insight.
for
That's a +4. I rolled a 10, so 10 plus 14.
10 plus
Do not
14?
10. Sorry. Oh my God. Sorry. 10 plus 4. Oh my God.
Oh, 14.
10 plus
Okay.
4 equals
Okay.
14.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
that's some level 20 rogue and bard stuff. The
Yeah.
heck?
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, 10 plus 4 is 14. That's what I meant.
Okay, so total of 14. Yeah, you can tell this is a young dragon. And it does genuinely seem, like it wants to play. You also notice that it can't even stretch out its wings. The space is too small and confined for it to even stretch out its wings. And there's nobody else here, obviously.
I roll information to. I start not sorry for the dragon.
Okay. So anything else you would like to do?
Me one second here. I had some.
Okay. Every other word of yours is breaking up.
Shoot. Give me just.
Yep.
Oh.
Hmm. Oh yeah, she left.
Quick reset.
Yeah. It wasn't just me though, right?
Nah, she was cutting out a bit.
Okay. Cool.
That any better?
A little bit. Alright. So you see that the dragon is genuine in its offer to want to play. What do you do?
I was gonna try to speak to the dragon to basically see how we can how our party can I don't know, and just simply asking, instead of ignoring.
Okay.
The dragons. So I can speak infernal. Dragons know infernal.
Roll me a nature check.
Nope. Into nature. I rolled a 4.
Uh, the fact that the dragon is speaking is astounding. Dragons are often portrayed as dumb beasts, so the fact that it's talking is what?
Yeah, I should probably then just stick to Nacho would like to ask them how what the dragon wants to play. Let's ask
Okay.
that.
So you ask the dragon what it wants to play. It almost does like the little puppy tail wag. Like there's some shifting, the body shifts, and there's some thumps on the ground. Um, everything in the room kind of shakes. And it
Wants to play murder.
and it says, "You play Invader, and I have to defeat you."
I knew it wanted to play murder!
You play Invader, and I try to defeat you.
Oh goodness. I'm trying to think here. Does that mean then? Oh gosh. How much more insight can I try and roll to figure? I'm allowed to roll again to try and see if that.
I am going to say that's the end of your turn.
Oh shit! Because I'm trying to figure out. Does that mean that hey, the little dude's serious about like fighting, or like play fighting? So it's like God only knows. But, sorry,
Okay.
that'll be.
So, Copac, it is your turn. The
I will
dragon has
ask
sort
it.
of squared up.
What are the rules to this game? I'll ask it.
The rules. Well, I try to fight you, and you fight me, and if I pretend to bite or hit two of your guys' arms or legs, you're dead. But if you get my neck or two of my legs, I'm dead. That sound good?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, that's fine. There's some more little thumps behind the dragon as you see its tail sort of thump, 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 thump on the ground.
Oh gosh.
So for clarity's sake, person, does that mean we actually have to hit it, or do we just have to touch him?
No. Let me handle this. I got this. Let me
No.
handle it. I got this.
So it's basically you would need to hit it. It is a copper dragon, so we could say that there's some sort of magic effect that you can put on your blades, or you have the control that you can put on your blades to make sure that you don't actually hurt the dragon. But if you whack it hard enough to, like, you can use the flat of your blade, and if you whack it hard enough that it feels it, that's considered a one limb out.
We could just turn our blade sideways.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Okay. I will try and go for its leg then.
No,
Okay.
I'm closer.
No.
Let me sneak attack it.
All right. Roll to attack.
Well, I gotta get closer anyway to hit it, so you'll get your sneak attack since I'll be the 5
Yeah.
feet.
Yep. You walk forward 10 feet and try to hit it. Roll to attack.
I got a 4.
Dragon sort of lifts up its leg and goes, ha!
Does magic count?
No. Well,
Okay.
no.
Then I'll try swinging with my backhand since I can't use magic missiles.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a 9.
Does not hit.
Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Varen, it is your turn.
I'm going to attack with the side of my blade.
Okay.
That is a. That's a 10. I don't know why I thought that was an 18 for.
That does not hit. Do you try to
Huh?
attack the same? Do you try to attack the same leg as Copac or a different leg?
Different leg.
Okay. It
I also yell surprise attack when I do it.
okay. The dragon Copac, you almost get squashed by a leg. And the dragon goes ah, and as it lifts up its other leg, so it sort of shifts its weight as you try to hit its other front leg. Anything else?
I'm going to follow up with saying, "Avast, powerful dragon! I, the invader, have come to vanquish you." And an almost show voice.
Okay. The dragon. There's a couple more thumps. And it's like, I will defeat you. All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the dragon is going to. It has its one leg up in the air that you tried to hit. It's going to try to come down and hit you with a swipe, Varen.
Mhm.
Um, the 16 hit.
Yep.
Okay. It hits. It's a baby, so it doesn't quite know how to pull in its strength. So it hits one of your arms, and that arm actually goes numb. And you kind of go flying a little bit. Copac is going to try to bite you and lash out with one of its back claws. That probably is not going to hit.
Question.
Yes.
Can I use my disengage to theatrically throw myself?
Absolutely.
Please and thank you.
Yes. You dramatically throw yourself backwards as the dragon swipes at you. It goes, ah! Varen, it tries to bite you. 12 does not hit. And
No, it's
a
not gonna hit.
15 does not hit.
No.
So it tries to bite at you. You sort of just kind of move out of the way. It's a little unbalanced as it does this. And then it tries to use its back leg to scratch at you, and it doesn't hit. And then it just kind of falls back onto all fours. It's like sort of almost like the puppy dog thing, where like butt up in the air, or cat thing, almost like butt up in the air with like the little waggle waggle going on. Like the head is snaking back and forth to look between you two. Big old toothy grin going on. Najma, your turn.
Oh Lord. So let's see here. If I'm correct, we haven't landed a hit on the dragon just yet.
No.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No. And let's see. I haven't moved. I'm still 15 feet away from it. Oh good. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been still trying to think here. But saying we're 15 feet away from it, or like depending on how the dragon's positioned, am I like 15 feet away from like its head, its torso area, its leg?
It's you're about 15 feet away from its main body. Its head is about maybe 5-10 feet between you. But it's the head is constantly weaving back and forth. So it will be harder to hit because it's looking back and forth between Copac and Varen, seeing who's going to try to hit him next.
Okay. And the only places that we can target are the neck or the leg area. Is it basically like nowhere else counts? So say like, we bop them on the main body or tail or something, it has to be those places, right?
The point of the game is to get out limbs. You can if you would like to. But there's no telling, one, how the dragon would take it. Two,
Okay.
It would not count towards eliminating dragon in that way.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Just the limbs and then the neck, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Limbs and okay. This is probably a silly move, but that's the only thing I can think of. Najma would like to try to oh my goodness. Let's see here. She would like to try to throw her mace. I guess it'd probably be a little tricky since it does bludgeoning damage and not like slashing damage, but
yeah,
like hard enough to try to hit, but not hard enough to actually do damage. But
okay, where are you trying to aim it?
Let's see here. The neck is moving, but let's see. The legs are out though.
Yes, the legs are sort of braced all on the floor.
She would like to try to target the nearest leg.
Okay, the nearest leg would be the one closest to Copac.
Okay, she would like to do that, and she would like to
try
to throw to hit it. Not enough to injure, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you do two things. One is to roll an athletics check to get the aim, two the strength. So just one athletics check. We'll see how you do. Then your attack roll.
Okay, let's see here. Oh shit! I rolled I rolled a 19. So 19 minus with a -1 in the athletics.
Okay. So you do manage to throw your mace straight on point with the exact amount of oomph that you need and with the good enough aim. Okay, roll your attack.
Oh my god, let's see here. Hit dice. No, that's let's see, D20 for the hit, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. 14.
14. So when you throw it, you see as it is straight on target, you get the exact amount of oomph, like I said, that you want to put into it. So enough that it'll be noticeable, but not enough that it'll seriously injure this dragon. The dragon's head sort of catches. You see it, the eye sort of move and look at the mace as it flies past. And then the dragon shifts on one side and almost falls on its side to get away from this mace.
So no hit.
No hit.
Damn it. Oh, and I'm short of mace. How far away is so the mace misses? About how far away is it from me then?
It is currently past the front legs, under the belly. The dragon sort of rights itself, and it is now under the dragon.
Is it close enough for either Varen or Copac, or is this a matter of
Copac can reach it. Copac can reach it.
Okay. That'll be my turn then.
Okay. Copac, top of the round.
So Najma disarmed herself?
Yes.
Technically I have spells, but yeah.
I'm gonna turn back to Najma and toss her my hand axe.
Okay, I will count that as your bonus action.
Like, you might need to get a little closer. And instead, I'll pull out my spear that I've never used.
Okay.
And I will try and pinata whack this dragon's leg.
Okay, roll to hit.
The 17 plus 1, 18.
That hits.
I smack its front left leg, or whichever leg I'm on.
Okay. It would be the front left. So you smack it, and the dragon goes ah, and then like pulls up its leg, like it's crippled. And now it's hopping on 3 legs. And then of course there's the dramatic, "You got me!"
I'll be like, haha, creature, you're on the ropes now. And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Cool. Varen, it is your turn. You rolled about 5 feet away from the dragon. So you have to move about 5 feet to get back within range. What would you like to do now?
I'm going to hold my sword in the air and shout.
Okay. What are you shouting?
Prepare yourself! And then I'm going to charge at the dragon with my sword held high.
Okay. Go for it.
That's a nat 20.
Nice. Okay. Do you want to hit the head or one of the limbs?
I'll go for one of the limbs.
One of the limbs. Okay. So you charge forward. It's a little bit off balance from Copac hitting it. And sort of just goes, you hit it and it goes, my leg! And it pulls, and it sort of rears back as far as it's able to on its hind legs. And it has its front legs curled up like a T-Rex. And it goes, "No, you've defeated me! Mighty dragon! And you see, of course, all of its underbelly, all of its scales, um, and it sort of very dramatically, and then it just kind of falls onto its weird knee things on its back legs, and then just forward, just clatters forward.
Copac, prepare scritches.
Dragon opens his eye. What are scratches? And we are officially out of combat.
I guess we will now scritch its neck.
Okay.
Yes.
It is it is a dragon, and it is a metallic dragon, so its scales are metal. Please explain to me how you are doing the scritching.
It's
Go
not
ahead.
about the effectiveness, it's about the act.
How will it feel it?
Kopac's doing it. He's got metal arms.
I have a metal arm.
Yes.
You only need one arm for scritches.
This is true.
But what will the animal think? Only one arm, and when you can clearly do two, is just
Look,
cool.
all I know is even crocodiles love scritches. Okay?
Yes. So, how are you doing this? Go back.
Do I need to roll a strength or a dex for this?
No, just explain to me how you are giving the dragon scritches.
I will give him the scritches under the neck.
Okay.
Under the chin neck area.
Okay. The dragon kind of startles a little bit when you start doing that, and then it sort of goes, and then a very low, sort of deep purr starts to reverberate. The ground shakes a little bit with it, and you hear some like happy thumps of the tail, uh, and then the dragon's lying on its side, and it's pushing its head closer to your hand until you're kind of trapped against the wall and a dragon head.
Okay, real question.
Yeah.
Is this more like cat scritches or dog scritches?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's rat scritches, got it.
I don't know how to explain to a non-Floridian how to pet a crocodile, but there is a way.
There is a way, and I have seen it, and it's very cute.
It is.
I've seen
But-
people scritch snakes, so that doesn't surprise me.
Alrighty. So you're now trapped between this massive, well, its head comes up to your waist. Let's put it that way, Copac. It's on its side, so it's a little bit wider, the head, but the head is still very large, and you're scratching under its chin, and you're now trapped between purring dragon and wall.
This is where I die.
This is the way the world ends.
Varen and Najma, what are you doing?
I am bellowing a victorious laughter,
Okay.
as one does when they
Okay.
defeat a child.
Najma.
Can I try to scritch it so that it moves in a different direction so that Kopac's not crushed?
Yeah, where would you like to try to scritch it?
Good question. I would probably. I'm guessing I have to like roll a nature to try to figure that out. Can I do that?
No, you can just name a body part.
A quick, Ruby. What's a good place to scritch a crocodile?
Back of the eyes.
Gator, actually, yeah, gator.
Back of the eyes or under the legs. They like the legs.
Which one is more reachable for me?
Definitely the back of the head.
Yeah.
The legs are facing the wall that Copac is face is being crushed against, and your mace is also its legs are sort of kicking in happiness,
Oh.
and your mace is kind of getting shoved along the floor.
Back to the head it is.
Okay,
Sorry, did you say head or neck? Sorry.
head. I mean, it's
Head.
back of the head and neck is okay. So you start scratching it, and it goes, and it starts leaning its head back. It's. I need you to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Oh god. Hey, which one's well, at least the dexterity is a 0. So probably not end very well. But ooh, 19.
19. Okay. So the dragon sort of starts you start scratching the back of the head, and it rumbles louder, and then starts to roll over, and you manage to get out of the way before you get rolled over on. And now the dragon is belly up, um, kicking its legs in the air. Its wings are extended as much as it's able to on the ground, and its chin is up, trying to get more scratches. Go back, you are free. You're no longer crushed against the wall.
I can breathe.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
While it's being scratched, I would like to ask the dragon, do you know the direction to get out of this dungeon?
Uh, the dragon just sort of it just rumbles and wiggles for a minute, and then opens one of its eyes, the eye facing you, and just goes, "Yeah, I have the key."
Can we borrow it?
Sure. Um,
Cool. Where's it at?
dragon sort of rolls over. Uh, Copac, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not get crushed as it rolls over in your direction.
18 plus 1?
You manage to not get crushed against the wall again. Um,
Yeah.
Dragon sort of turns in a very, very tight circle, um, and snakes its head around the wall, and there's a little clink, and then it sort of just backs out. Um, I very much imagine the way that Muad'Dib, I don't know if I've ever shown you guys pictures, but the way that he cleans, um, like his hind legs or his back, is he twists himself into a pretzel. And then the way that he tries to, I don't think I've shown you guys this video, but he has a tunnel, and sometimes he'll get his head stuck in the tunnel, and he'll just kind of keep going back and pushing at it. I'm sure you guys have seen cats do the same, but that's what I imagine the dragon doing. So now it has its back to you, and then it tries to swing around once again, and it's very awkward. There's a lot of scraping on the walls, and then it sort of opens its mouth, and there's a key hidden, key looped around its tooth.
Okay, I'll reach in and pull it out.
Okay. Dragon goes, "It's right over there. I kind of have to open it, or you have to kill me. So I'll open it." And the dragon sort of walks past you guys to where the statue is. You see it hesitate as it's about to enter sort of the magic field, and then it, and then closes its eyes, and then darts forward and boops its nose against the wall and then pulls back and just, ugh. I don't like that. But as it does that, there is a doorway that is revealed. It's made out of stone and it has the impression of a key where you're supposed to put it flat against the doorway, and the magical field stops.
Okay then. We shall put the key and see where that opens up to.
Okay. You do so, and the door slides open. And beyond there is a room with a magical array.
With a magic what?
Magic array.
Oh, okay.
The dragon kind of makes a little, are you going to come visit me again?
Sure, looks like we're staying here for a while.
Yay!
So we'll be back.
Little more wiggles. And it just clanks down on the floor with a literal clank and watches as you guys do whatever you do next.
Leave through the door, please.
Okay. You guys all walk through the door?
Unless these two want to stay and pet the dragon more.
Huh?
The dragon opened a door for you. Do you want to stay and pet it, or do you want to leave?
No. I meant that literally. Like, you think I want to stay with the giant, violent dragon?
Okay. Najma?
He wasn't violent.
I'm okay with moving on.
You will do. Sorry, what?
I would like to move on.
Okay. So you guys walk through the door. It slides shut behind you and then disappears like it never existed. You're now in a room where the door. What happened to this? You're now in a room where there's a magic array on the floor, and the door itself actually has. Sorry. Words. The door that you walk through disappears. It turns back into stone. There's an array on the floor. It's glowing purple. And on the other straight wall, there's curved walls, and then there's two straight walls, so it's sort of like a quarter of a pizza, a quarter of a cake. On the other straight wall is a big iron door that you guys remember from the last time that you guys were unable to get through.
That was where the Naga was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean we're on the other side of that door?
Yep. Would anybody like to do an Arcana on the magic circle on the floor?
I would.
Okay.
I will try as
17 plus 6.
Okay. Najma?
10 plus 12.
Okay. So, you both recognize that this is teleportation magic. Copac, you very specifically recognize that this is a teleportation magic circle that has a specified sort of drop point. This sort of thing is very high level magic, and it's not used too often. If anything, people use a full use a spell rather than draw out the full array. But once the array is drawn, it does not need to be maintained, and it is very, very powerful.
Hmm. The magic circle. Interesting. Okay. Which way are we going now? Is there just the one door? Or are there two?
The one behind you closed. The other one leads to the opposite side that you've already been on.
Oh no, we're
Very
trapped.
interesting. Define trapped.
Well, if we go through that door, we gotta fight the Naga.
Is it the same Naga?
Mm-hmm. Now, do any of you step on the magic circle, or do you stay on its edges?
I'll step on it.
I'm dumb enough.
Okay, both of you step on it and whoosh, get teleported.
Whee!
Najma, you see them kind of do the whole "beam me up, Scotty" effect. What are you gonna do?
They beamed up and they just teleported. They just separated. Do you feel like you realize, wherever they go, it's probably not for the best to be separated, so we'll go after them.
Okay, you go whoosh, and now you guys find yourselves in what appears to be almost a throne room. At the very least, seems to be a receiving room
Slender Man.
It seems to be a receiving room for a palace, and all of a sudden you recognize, oh, you are now back in the palace, and the Duke is waiting for you on the throne, and just kind of does a slow. Well, that didn't take you very long at all. Now, come tell me, what would you change differently?
Okay, to be clear, we have to make it harder or easier for the
Oh, harder, much harder.
beads. Okay. Let's see. Well, the water part was already pretty hard. These two probably wouldn't have made it if I couldn't hold my breath for as long as I could.
Okay.
Honestly, if the goal here is to trick criminals into thinking they have a chance to escape, but not actually giving them a chance to escape, just extend the water part and remove everything else from the dungeon. They'll just suffocate. It's the only way to get through. So if your goal is to just get rid of criminals, just extend the water part.
No. That's not what this is. There is a chance. I always want there to be a chance. But it has to be difficult. Was it sufficient difficulty, do you think?
Yeah, anyone who's not in a group like us probably won't get past the water part.
Even if
The
there's...
dragon needs to be removed.
Is he too friendly now? He has been there down there a while. I suppose we should get a new one.
I would actually suggest you bringing the dragon into the castle as a form of faux defense, because it is very playful and domesticated.
Oh,
But
yes, no,
to the untrained
I'm well
eye,
aware,
it would
yes.
be seen as a threat.
Oh yes, we're well aware. We do try to take good care of him. But you, you know, we've had them since he was a baby. Anyway, so the things that we need to worry about is getting a new monster for that one part, and is that it?
Let's see what else. Maybe a couple more pressure traps because the one wasn't too bad to get through. Maybe put
Yeah.
like two more.
Okay.
It felt too easy, and like the only proper like thing that held us up was the water trap, and it
Okay.
wasn't even a proper trap. I
But we
would
also got to
suggest
remember
having
too.
that area emptied of water, but when people enter it, closing the doors and starting to fill it with water. That would make it function more as a trap, and more people would fail it due to panic.
I don't necessarily want people to fail, but yes, a couple failing is always good.
It would
Okay.
balance it out because there's more likely of a chance that they'll figure out the puzzle if they stay calm and get to the doors, and it also stops it from just being a can you hold your breath long enough? Because at the moment that's all it is. So if you can hold your breath long enough, it's not an issue at all. But if you can't, you just can't progress. So you just wait to starve to death.
Okay, okay. We will do that.
We also got to remember there are two things we didn't fight: one in the crate room and then the Naga.
You did not fight the Chimera. Oh, that is unfortunate.
It was a Chimera. Oh Jesus!
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that we get that solved and that it is not as optional.
Maybe make more incentive to enter the rooms.
Hmm.
That or
Because
an
there
incentive
wasn't
to
really anything driving us to go into the rooms except we were told to.
Hmm. Well, the thing
either
is,
something that will help them or something maybe patrolling the areas. That seems more of a threat. Not
okay,
like an
I have an
instant
idea.
threat. Go ahead.
I have an idea. Okay, well, thank you very much. Go back. What exactly did I promise you? I know I promised a forge, and did I promise you any gold? I can't remember.
Wasn't it like 500 off
Uh,
at a game? I don't remember.
I think so. Uh, I think so. So he brings forth a bag. This is yours. Go back. And here are the instructions to the forge at the back of the castle. If you would be so inclined to work on things. We do have some work for you in uh, making weapons and other such things. Our master smiths could always use a new eye. As for the other two, well, Najma, if you are welcome here or back at my niece's palace, um, wherever you would like, I will pay for your fare. And Varen, you're not welcome back at my niece's palace. So we'll find some use for you
I don't know what I did wrong.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're here.
I did nothing wrong.
Calm down, box boy.
here. um, the Duke kind of like, is that so? Well, we can discuss that at a later date. I am sure you are tired. The other member of your party was called away by his patron, yes?
Probably. It's kind of hard to tell with that one.
Okay. Well, uh, we'll have to see about him if he ever comes back. Um, I'm not. I can't say
We
that
also have
they give
another
me
one
the
we're
right.
searching for.
Yes, another one.
The Misai Fire Ganashi.
Okay.
But she disappeared before everything else happened.
Okay, I will write to my niece about it. We'll see what can be done. If anything, she would be searching for you in Heli, not in Memo.
True.
So I will tell my niece to keep an eye out. He says to keep an eye out. Okay.
I just realized Najma left the chicken alone. They're gonna eat it.
I mean, maybe Najma has had a chicken in her bag the whole time.
This is true.
Maybe I am the chicken.
Chicken rogue.
Oh my gosh, that's an Aarakocra.
Ah!
No, a Kenku.
Kankus are ravens, very specifically, or crows.
Yeah, I'm not that depressed.
Okay. So he sort of waves you away. So gives you the bag of gold. Copac gives you a map leading to sort of the outline of where the palace is, and then showing where the forge is in connection to the palace. It's its own sort of separate offset building. Um, you are escorted up to sort of a dining room. It seems to be a place where it's not like a grand banquet hall, but it's definitely a place where nobles are
Damn
more
it.
expected to eat, but there's no one else there. And you guys are given food, water, provisions, whatever else
I
you
just
need.
realized something.
Huh.
He said that he uses that dungeon to give criminals a second chance, and we just things.
And you just what?
We said he uses that dungeon to give criminals a second chance, and we just went through the dungeon.
Yes, you did.
That's what we're hired for.
Fucker. I don't know why I didn't put that together until just now.
I'm honestly surprised that nobody else has to this point. Um,
Figured, but I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing.
um,
Let Varen go through his trials.
Fuck you! I did nothing wrong.
and therein lies the problem. So, you guys are given food, drink. You guys get back to the room that Kopak and Varen and Idru have shared. Idru is still nowhere to be seen. Najma, uh, shortly after you guys finish lunch, there's sort of a knock, and a maid appears to sort of take you to a separate but close by room for your own self. Um, and you guys all find Kopak and Varen, you guys find sort of suits that are very fancy and in roughly your sizes. Najma, you find a very pretty dress that is very complicated to put on. Um, that is laying on your bed.
It's like one of those French dresses that have like the cage and everything.
It has the cage. It has the corset. It has about four different layers, not including undergarments. Um, you, Varen and Copac, you guys have suits, the stockings, the they did actually provide you guys with undergarments. Um, so you guys are given special undergarments. There's the suspenders. There's the shirt. There's the tie thingy. The S escode
High
or
in the
whatever.
sky, I can be twice as high.
But the little fluffy fluff thing, there's the jacket, there's the cufflinks. Given a full outfit. And
They're trying to make us fancy.
it is all in blue.
Hey, we're blues now.
Abadida.
Surprised they promoted Varen to blue.
It is also about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, I'm not putting that suit on. I'm gonna go to my forge and de-stress.
Okay.
I want to hit things.
So you start heading out of the castle. You know, you have to roll me a survival check. See if you remember the way out of the castle.
Is that a wisdom or an int check?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Let me see. That is a wisdom, so it's just a 0. 15?
15. You do remember the way out. Congratulations. You do not get lost in the castle.
Thankfully.
Yes. And you do not get lost in the castle. You make your way out and follow the map around to the forges. While he is doing this, Najma and Varen, what are you doing?
Crying.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say crying?
Yes, you did.
Almost died. Like twice.
Fair enough.
Did either of you almost die? No.
Yes, Copac did.
Copac can't die.
I melted half my
Different.
HP.
Copac.
Dude,
Different.
Copac's immortal.
Okay, so Varen is crying. Najma, what are you doing?
Right.
Resting to get my spell slots back.
Okay, short rest or long rest? Because the lunch was technically a short rest.
Just in case, let's do another short rest. And let's see here. Oh God, how many temporary I have left? Say let's do another. Can I add another 5 hit points to the short rest?
Okay.
About 36. Let's see here. That means 41.
Okie dokie. All right. So, Copac, you walk into this forge. There is a half orc that is hammering away at something. Looks at you, is like, give me a second. Sort of wipes away whatever sweat's on his brow. Puts down what he's working on. Turns off whatever machinery there is, and comes up to you and just says, hello. You must be Copac, yeah? Name's Ember. Kind of reaches out to give you a shake.
Is he left-handed or right-handed?
It is common courtesy in this world to always shake right-handed and grab the forearm. Yeah.
He's getting a
Typical dictator DM.
Copac what?
But he's getting an armful of metal as I shake with my metal hand.
Okay. Ah, I see. Is this your own invention? And sort of flips over your arm to sort of like look at it.
Yes, mine and my uh, master's. I guess he's considered my master.
Very
Me and
good.
him worked on it.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, you are more than welcome to make yourself at home. I am the master blacksmith for Castle Memo, uh, but I don't really do work with magic-y things, and I hear that's your specialty. That's why the Duke brought you on.
Yes, I prefer to tinker around with both metal and magic.
Interesting, interesting. You're gonna have to teach me some of your tricks. All right. Well, I'm working on some basic nails over here. We always need new nails. Ugh, the storms that come in from the sea blow off shingles and whole. Ugh, now I need nails. So I'm gonna be over here working on that. You are welcome. Just ask you to not touch the stuff in box number 4 over there. Any points? And against the wall, very neatly, is 4 boxes. Um, Box number 4 is just the last one, uh, and it's the only one that you notice that has a lock. He tells you number 1 through 3 should have all your basic metals that you might need, all your basic ingredients. The soldering and everything is on that shelf right next to the boxes, the chests, whatever you want to call them. Uh, and tools are. I mean, just look around. It's here somewhere. If you have any problems with my organization, or if I'm using a tool that you need, just let me know. Just remember, please don't touch box number 4. Got it?
Got it. And I also have some of my own tools in case you need some.
I begin to touch
Perfect.
everything.
You are
We're
not
not
with me.
there.
I would not trust you in a forge. You would burn your hand off.
It's
Hey,
only
joke's
the
on you. I've already burned my hand off in a forge.
What?
Not yet.
Not yet. Um. So, uh, you start working on stuff. Varen, what are you doing?
Well, now that I've finished crying, I want to go touch things I've been told.
You want to go uppies?
I want to go uppies.
What?
What?
He said he wanted to go touch things that he's not supposed to.
Oh, you want to go touch things? I heard I want to go up a hover. I'm like, what? Okay. Well,
How dare
um,
you? How dare
roll
you?
me, roll me an insight.
Sure. Oh, fuck. Shit. That is a 9 plus 0.
Okay. You. This is probably a pretty good time to go and just wander around. They're not quite eating dinner yet, so they're not gonna, just gonna. Who knows?
They're not going to
Uh,
really care about my existence for
yeah,
several hours.
yeah. So,
Excellent.
so the floor that you are on is the 3rd floor. Um, while the castle in Heli was built more spread out and sprawling. This one is very much a fort, and it is built up and down. The third floor is the top floor. The below seem to be floors for that's where you sort of ate your lunch and where sort of where you were led to first meet with the Duke. So it seems to be sort of offices and other sorts of things like that. And the first floor seems to be the grand reception halls and all of the trappings of royalty and things. What would you like to explore?
What is the most I shouldn't touch thing?
There's a lot. The stuff in individual offices, the sort of trappings of royalty down on the first floor, snooping through people's rooms on the second floor.
Yes.
Okay, where are you gonna start?
Let's go to the second floor. I like the sound of trapping.
Okay. You go to the second floor. There seems to be. You can definitely hear that there's people. There's not that many people out and about. You do see some maids and some guards, um, or manservants walking around. The maids and manservants seem to be scurrying. They have papers or they have food or packages. They seem to be carrying messages or something for important people. The guards are just walking around. You get a lot of strange looks.
Surprise
What do I get?
thing. The thing from freaking Nichijou is real.
Is that a drawer
I didn't know that either. Well,
I
no, I
hear
didn't
two Drews.
know, but again, as I
I
said,
hear the other Drew too.
there? You are.
Drew, I love you!
Ruby says he loves you.
love you too, baby.
Remind him that Ruby is the other Drew.
Well, get me some fucking lunch. Well, I'm gonna fucking do.
He wants you to know he.
I know, that's right. It's true.
All right.
My existence is validated. I am happy.
Okay. You get several strange looks by the maids and manservants, and it isn't very long before you get stopped by a guard who goes, "Halt! What are you? Looks you up and down. Doing here?"
Let's see. You see, my friend Copac told me he needed my assistance with something to meet him. Oh, where was it again?
You're one of the visitors of the Duke.
Yes. I'm quite
Ah.
lost at the moment.
You should go change. I understand that you are foreigners, but wearing, he looks down again, yellow, in a palace, this palace, might not be the best idea, particularly if you are high visitors.
I'm sorry, I caught like every other word of that.
He's telling you to go change because you're wearing yellow. And that
Why?
it isn't a good idea for you to be wearing yellow in the palace.
Why?
It's for like literally everything.
Because all I'm hearing is, man, I should wear nothing but.
The guard kind of looks at you and goes, well, other guards are not so quick to talk and ask you why you are here. If you do not want to potentially get arrested or other things harmful for your health, I would recommend changing into.
You would arrest a
not-
man for wearing another color and nothing else.
In the palace, yes. This is
Oh my
territory
god.
for only those
Super
in proper
racism.
regions.
Well, I think he gets kicked out of this castle too.
Okay, first of all, not my fault. Secondly, I did nothing wrong.
I hope you notice how
I
silent
asked
they are
him
just
what
for a
color should I be wearing.
green or blue, probably. I'm green cast myself. He sort of, you see that under his armor he's wearing a green tunic. I would not recommend wearing purple. That usually belongs to royal family and nobles.
Well, now I'm
Specific
worried.
birth. However,
Now I'm
yes.
worried about going back to my room. Can I borrow your clothes?
No, but I can escort you if you so wish.
Sure. Lead the way.
Very well. And he takes a couple steps towards the stairs and then looks back to see if you're following.
Is his back towards me?
He takes 3 steps because you're sitting in front of each other, and he walks past you, and then like 2 steps, and then looks behind him to see if you're following.
So in those 2 steps, you're saying I can sneak away.
With great disadvantage because you are in a corridor with lots of other people around, and he is not very far from you at all.
So
How
what
far
you're
can you run in, like,
saying
1 second?
is, I can.
Roll a stealth with disadvantage.
Well, it's an 18. Let's see if we get anything better than that. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it.
Please get a 1.
It's a 3.
Okay, plus your stealth modifier.
What is that with my multiplier?
What's your dex?
That's 3 plus 5, so that's an 8. Oh, it didn't have... Damn it.
You take a step in the opposite direction, and then he turns back to look at you and just sort of, what are you doing? Your room's, the stairs are this way.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been a very long day. I drowned, fought a naga which poisoned me, and, got electrocuted like 7 times, and then had to fight a dragon. I don't really know what's going on anymore.
A dragon? Dragon has not been seen in these parts for centuries.
I begin to tell him the tale of how with no fear in my heart, no
Okay.
care for my own safety.
He is urging you to walk, so he's starting to walk as you are talking to him.
That's fine.
Okay. he very politely listens until you reach the end of your story, in front of your door, and he says, "I believe this is you. It's have a good afternoon." Gives you a little bow, and then walks away.
I immediately change and return to where I was.
Okay.
So you're gonna follow him.
Najma, you
That's
have
not a bad
completed
idea.
another
You know,
short
I
rest
changed my mind. I'm following the guard.
without changing.
No, with changing.
Okay. Hold on. So Najma,
I know how to track someone.
Do you?
and
Fight me.
it okay. Um, Najma. Oh, bless you. Um, you you have finished your short rest. By the time you hear Varen, uh, orating all of these adventures that you guys had, very exaggerated. Um,
You know me so well.
oh yes. And then you hear him go in his room, and then there's shuffle, 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 and then tap, 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 tap of feet running, and then bang of the door, and then tap, 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 tap of feet running down the hallway. What are you doing?
Can I roll check and see? I think that's him doing
You said perception, right?
that. Yes.
Yeah. Do perception.
Oh, 18.
18. You recognize these footsteps as Warren's.
How dare you?
It's
Make sure he's sneaking out of his sisters.
yeah. You do know that for all intents and purposes, you guys were technically never told what to do with the rest of your day. You weren't told to stay in your rooms, but you also were never explicitly told that you could wander the castle.
What you're telling me is I'm allowed to wander.
Technically.
That's what I'm hearing, right?
Nobody said you could or could not.
Yeah. So, Najma, what are you gonna do?
Wander over yonder. Wander.
um,
I'm very glad someone got that reference.
I would like to try and find the the castle library.
Okay. Roll me a insight check.
Insight, that's +4. Okay, and where is that? Okay, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. Cool.
Okay. So you realize that as you're about to head out, you are mostly seen already as blue cast because of your hair, but you have been, unlike last time, welcomed directly into the palace, or at least the castle, and it would be a bit of a social blunder if you were not to wear clothes from this area, from the cast you are supposed to be in, and because currently you look very much like an outsider, and it would be a rather big social blunder if you were to continue to look like that.
She will. Let's see here. Yeah, you have the
Yeah, so you were provided.
complex. So is it complex simply because there's layers?
So there's lots of parts to it. Um, there's the sort of the underlayer, the chemise, the skirt, the shirt and skirt that go underneath. There's the bodice. There's the actual. Sorry, there's the shirt. There's the boots. Then there's the bodice, and then there's the full on dress with the sleeves, and both the bodice and the dress need to be laced up from the back.
Typically, with enough practice, by them, but
Theoretically, you could do it by yourself, or you could attempt to call in a maid.
Najma will attempt to do it by herself. It will just probably just take a long time, because again, it's technically doable.
It takes a while, but you do eventually manage to get it. You have seen some other ladies of the court, both from when you were in Helly and in your brief time sort of walking through the castle and its surrounding lands here, seeing what it should look like, what the fashion is. So you're more or less able to look presentable by this society standards. Now, Copac, what are you making? What you doing?
Let's do that sword cane I was telling you about last time.
Okay. How long? I remember you told me about it, but I don't remember the materials required or how long it would take.
I don't remember either. I don't think we discussed that part. I just mentioned it, but we said that we'd work on it later.
Lovely. With if it's a sword cane, that sort of it's not a sword whip. It is a sword cane. Yes.
Yeah, it's literally just a sword inside of a cane
Okay.
that pops out.
So the sword part, you'd be able to make within about 2.5, 3 hours. The cane part is woodworking, and this is a blacksmith's forge, so they don't necessarily have all the materials for that. They do have some wood for making swords and things, but not quite enough to make a cane or make it fancy.
But one they need wood to do a scabbard.
They send it over to woodworkers for that.
Okay, I'll have to find woodworking later then. But for now, we'll work on the sword.
Okay. You work on the sword bit. I need you to roll your tools proficient. So you have expertise or proficiency with your tools.
If I have the tools, I have expertise. If I don't, then I have proficiency.
Okay. If you are using tools that you currently have on you, roll me a die and add expertise.
Okay. That is a 16 plus 6.
Okay. You managed to get the sword part done in again about 2.5, 3 hours. Right about as you're almost done, you're finishing up when the half orc Ember comes over to you and is like, "Hey, it's about dinner time if you want to get washed up for it. I'm gonna leave. Make sure that fire stays on, but the rest of them gets put out."
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably head out to wash up.
Cool. Make sure
Also,
you put everything
do you
back.
know where Do you know where the woodworking place would be?
Oh, yeah, it's just right over there. And he points, and it's like a building down.
Okay. I'll probably hit that up tomorrow or after dinner. Let's see.
I'll tell you, not many people get up to much after dinner.
Sounds about right.
That's about right.
So, do you finish up that? Do you take the sword part of it with you, or do you leave it?
I'll take it with me. I'll just put it in my bag.
Okay, cool. Now do you clean up the forge at all? Tidy it?
I'll help Ember clean up a bit.
Okay, cool. And back to Varen. Varen,
Woo!
you quickly change. This is a little bit
I
different
can't
from
wait
what
for you to say tippity taps again.
uh, you change. It's a little bit different from what you used to, but not too bad. And you are able to sort of put it on slapdash style relatively quickly before you rush out after
I mean, I was
the guard.
royalty, so it's probably used to it.
This is a different culture. But anyway, you do manage to rush out out of the your room. Now, how are you going to track him? Ruby?
I'm going to intimidate the walls to tell me what direction.
Good luck with that.
You're not a ranger, sir.
What would I roll for
It would be survival, but it is wooden floor in the rooms, stone floor and walls for the hallways. And it's well kept, so there's not dust. How would you track somebody's footprints on stone?
Okay, so I see the disconnect. I'm saying track, I just mean wander around until I.
Oh, okay. You know that he is uh on the. You found him originally on the same floor.
Onward!
Okay. You go down to the second floor. There's people. They a lot of the you notice there's definite change in attitude. A lot of the maids and manservants sort of defer to you or give you little bows as you walk past. Um, the guards are all they kind of stand straighter at attention as you walk by. Roll me investigation.
That is a 14.
Okay. You do eventually find the guard. He's one of the ones that is patrolling the hallway, not outside of a specific room. He almost walks past you and then does a double take. Ah, I see that you have found more suitable clothes. Is there anything else that I could help you with? I do have my duties here.
Yes, like I said, I was trying to find my co-adventurer companion, Copac. The
If-
giant elephant.
Yes, if I do remember correctly, the Duke granted him access to the forge. Yes, if anything, he would be there.
Excellent.
Is that all, or might I help you with anything
Well, I'm not sure I'm allowed to wander around on my own.
else? Dressed like that, nobody will stop you.
And at that point, I rip off all my clothes to reveal the yellow.
So, are you trying to find Copac or no?
I'm trying to find Copac, but I know Copac doesn't want me near him. So I want to be in a disguise.
I mean, you're kind of already disguised right now,
Perfect.
quite honestly. So if you have a disguise kit,
Huh?
you have a disguise kit.
I don't think I have it anymore.
What do you mean anymore?
Did you throw it away?
I'm pretty sure that got confiscated when I got arrested. The third time.
Okay.
I don't think you got stuff taken away yet,
So
but I don't remember.
So, you do have one that's up in the room.
I do have what?
You do have one. It is up in the room, or you can go and just wander around.
Yeah, I'll just wander around.
Okay. Anything you're looking for in particular?
Copac.
Okay. Do you ask people?
Of course. What do you think I am? Some crazy person?
Yes. So you ask around. A lot of people had only seen him in passing, and not really
I want to
recently.
know you hurt my feelings.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 20!
Okay. One of the guards did see him going down the stairs and out the castle. He tells you the forge is around the back of the castle, facing the ocean. He would
The
probably
fuck's
be
an
there.
ocean?
He would probably be there if he was anywhere.
Excellent. It's time to go touch things I'm not supposed to touch.
Okay.
Creepy.
Cool. So you roll me a survival check.
Survival?
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna count that. Because it didn't roll at all. But I sort of just tossed the dice and it landed back on. Alrighty. That is 12.
Well, you do manage to find your way in the end. You accidentally take the long way around the castle instead of the short way around the castle, but you do manage to find it. You get there just as Copac is walking up the forge.
Take cover so he doesn't see me.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. What is your passive perception, Copa?
15.
Okay, you have to beat a 15, Varen.
As a 19 plus 5.
Okay, you beat it. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, you are successfully hidden. Copac, what are you doing?
I guess moving to my room since I gotta get ready for dinner. And I saw there was a new suit I guess I gotta wear.
Okay. All right, now Najma, what are you doing?
Now that she's dressed, which probably took a while,
Yeah.
let's see here. She'll try to gonna go around and try and find the library.
Okay. Do you ask any of the guards or people around?
She'll go up to one of the guards and ask.
Okay. The guard tells you it is on the first floor, right behind the grand ballroom.
Nice.
You do manage to get there easily enough. Is there anything you're looking for in particular? Oh, also for visual effect, it is down 2 flights of stairs. The flight of
Mhm.
stairs is open to a corridor that leads to sort of servants' quarters and kitchen, and then on one side, and then the other it leads to the throne room and all the fancy places. When you find the library and walk into it, imagine Beauty and the Beast type library.
Oh! Ah!
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Okay. I would never leave that library.
Right?
And do that, he's out and about being a big silly.
Imagine his anime collection. All the manga.
Imagine his hentai collection.
Varen is weeb, confirmed.
Huh?
Yes. So Najma,
Who
what
do
are you
you think
looking
I
for?
am?
Najma, what are you
Yeah.
looking for?
Najma is looking for. Maybe 1 second here. I literally just dropped you. Um, right now she'd like to look up see if she can find anything on the history of this castle.
History of the castle. Okay.
Yes.
Roll me investigation.
The investigation. There's +1. Come on, and there we go. Okay, 11 plus 1.
Okay. Um. So you do manage to find it. The filing system is pretty close to what it was back in Castle Mimel, or sorry, the palace in Heli. So you do manage to find it fairly simply. Um, let's see. The history of the castle. It talks of this is an ancient castle. As you read the history, it goes over the history of the city more than it does just the castle. But it does talk about how the city was a port town, um, and how after the continents collided, that uh, the elves, the dwarves, the giants, and all the people here uh, sort of worked together to help build this castle. It is the most ancient structure on this continent as it stands. Although the dwarves might have something hidden in their hills that, uh, and the giants might have something hidden that you guys don't know about, or that this author does not know about. Um, it talks a lot about how the elves and dwarves and giants work together to sort of magic this place together, how it was a feat done by all, and how some of the very first rulers of the country of Hiryanju ruled from here. It does say that the capital was transferred over to Heli about 1,000 years ago, or not even 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, before either the queens was alive. But the previous, the so the current queen's mother grew up in Memel and ruled from Heli. Um, the current queen's grandmother ruled from Memel, although they put a lot of time and effort into traveling between the two places. There's a lot of talk about technological progression, especially with the bubbles, and how that has helped the city. It goes a little bit into the economics of the port town, um, but that's about it. The book is dated about 100 years past, so fairly recent in Elvish timelines, but not really recent for most people. You do also see at the end there is a note that's handwritten in that says, uh, shoot, I don't have my paper with me with the lineages, but the previous queen is buried outside of Memel, as is the majority of the royal family.
Mm. Interesting. Okay.
Lore.
Big lore. See here.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
Oh, here.
Lies in my house of God.
I'm trying to think. I forget which of the queens this is the uncle of. Mm, yeah. No, keep it as is. This is the Delphine, Delphine's family side that is being talked about. She is the successor to the throne, whereas Celeste is married into the family.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Any questions or things you would like to else?
She wants to try and see if she can find any history on the yeah, I probably did this a long time ago, but again, she wants to also just want to do it as a refresher. The history of the system, the color.
The color separation.
Shall I roll?
Roll my investigation. Yeah.
Okay. +1. I did.
Yes. What is that?
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, what number did you get?
It's at 16 plus
Oh.
1.
Okay, cool. I only heard +1. Okay,
Sorry.
so good. You are able to pick up from the book that you've been reading that as long as, very specifically, this land was settled and colonized by the Drow elves. Hianju specifically is their country, and they are the Drow elves that no longer that forswore the goddess Lul. And it doesn't really talk that much about it, but it does imply that as long as the Drow elves have been in charge, that this system has been in place because of their reverend goddess Idriania, the goddess of light.
But then, like, how many hundreds or thousands of years then has the system been in place?
Several thousands.
Couple
Several
thousand.
thousands.
Well, tough.
Yeah.
So a couple of thousand, you said.
Yes. Couple thousand.
Okay. Shit.
So, Copac and Varen. Copac, you are walking back to your room. Varen, you're just following him.
Yeah.
Okay. Copac, you get back to your room. Varen's not there. Idru isn't there. What do you do?
Everyone's leaving me.
No.
I will get dressed.
Okay. These clothes are very delicate compared to your normal everyday wear. You will have to be extremely cautious with them. So you will have disadvantage as long as you're wearing these fancy clothes on any dexterity throws.
Okay.
Um,
These will be my fancy clothes.
yes, these are very fancy. They're shiny. Um, it's very, nice fabric, very fine. There's some lace here and there. Varen, you see him just walk up the stairs and into the room that you guys share. Do you go into the room? Do you stay outside? What do you do?
Warren.
What up?
What are you doing?
I found Copac, right? He slipped past me.
Yeah, Copac, you rolled a stealth check successfully. He did not see you, and he went straight to you guys' room and closed the door. Do you go in the room? Do you hang around outside? Do you go do something else?
See, like,
Are you spying on me while I'm changing, or what are you doing?
no,
Yeah.
I'm going to the laboratory, not your bedroom.
The laboratory?
Wherever he was making things.
The forge? Okay, so as soon as he walks away from the forge, you go into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Rolling. 16.
16. All right.
-1.
So 15. So this seems to be fairly normal for what you would expect for a forge. There's, supplies against the back wall that's against the castle. There's a fire going in one of the forges. There's the bellows. There's tools that have been meticulously put away, projects that are on a specific table. There's a lot of sort of metal dust, um, very fine shavings of metal are on places. There's sort of just a general smoky atmosphere. Anything in particular you were looking for?
All the things.
All the things?
All the things.
Okay. So I imagine you probably would look in the chests at the back wall. They're marked 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 you can open up pretty easily. It has various metals in them, different colors. It's basically iron, copper, brass, various different things. The shelf next to them has soldering materials. The 4th chest is locked. But yeah, there's other stuff on the tables. It seems to be works in progress. Things. There's a bunch of nails that are put into a box. What do?
Let's see. I grabbed the box
Of nails?
and I hide the nail.
Okay, so this box of nails is about a square foot. Just all, it's a cubic foot. And it is almost entirely filled with solid metal nails. You start to lift it up and it is very heavy.
Lies. I pick up stuff like that all the time.
What is your strength, the big number?
14.
Okay. You are able to pick it up. It is difficult, but you are able to pick it up. Where would you like to hide it? There's under the table. You could potentially put it in one of the boxes, although that is uneven and the nails might spill out. You would be hard pressed to get it outside, but it is possible to get it outside. What you doing?
Is there a shelf with a very low shelf on it?
There is a shelf next to the boxes in the back. And there are some shelving units that have tools on them.
I'm going to go put it on one of the shelving units.
Okay. At the very bottom.
I'm going to put a box in front of it and laugh.
Okay. You do that. Okay. Anything else?
I wonder what Copac invented.
Okay.
And this is why I carry it with me.
Damn.
In the meantime, Copac, there is a knock on the door, and yeah, there's a knock on the door.
I will make sure I am properly dressed and answer it.
It's a manservant. He says, "Excuse me, the Duke will not be able to have dinner with you this evening. He is hosting certain nobles. However, there is dinner arranged for you on the second floor if you are so inclined. Or sorry, on the 3 doors down this way on the 3rd floor if you are so inclined."
Works for me.
Very well. Your companions, he kind of like looks around. I was going to go knock on her door. Give me a second. He knocks on Najma's door, and there's no answer because she's not in there. And so he knocks again and just kind of goes, "I suppose she's out." But he still sort of calls to the door. "If you are so inclined, if you are in the room, there is dinner 4 doors down and here on the 3rd floor." And then he kind of turns back to you, Kovac, like, "If I might lead you, sir?"
Okay.
Lead you. You do notice that this man is dressed in yellow. He leads you down 3 doors, and there is a dining room. It's nothing fancy. More something along the lines that would be used for a small family meal. I mean, everything is fancy in this place because it's a castle, but it is not extravagant in the way that other things have been.
Hmm.
And he sort of bows to you, and your companions are free to join. We will be cleaning up in about 2 hours. Have you any idea where they might be, that I may fetch them?
Varen's probably looking for me somewhere. Najma, I'm not too sure.
Very well. Let's see if we can find them. Have a good evening, sir. And he walks out.
He might be trying to look for me in the forge or the library if we have one.
Very well. He walks out. Najma, one of the guards that you talked to earlier, interrupts your reading and walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, ma'am. There is dinner prepared for you near your rooms if you would like."
She feels like she's done enough, at least for now. Yeah.
Okay. He gives you directions. Um, Nobody can find Varen.
Panic.
um, so Varen, Najma heads up. She gets there eventually. Varen, what are you doing? The sun is
Panic.
setting. Okay, the sun is setting. It's not really dark in the forge because there is a fire going, but it's glowing and a little bit eerie.
Is there anything made of gold?
Not that you see.
What?
Not that you see.
Is there anything that looks incredibly important?
Roll me an insight.
17. Man, these new dice are.
Box number 4 is locked.
You're in the happy box.
Box number 4 is locked. Or chest number 4 is locked.
Right. There was a locked chest. I'm going to attempt to pick the chest.
Okay. It is a DC 18. Roll and then add your proficiency if you have proficiency in these tools, or if you chose to do expertise in these tools.
I'm sorry, you were chopping up.
You have the option to do proficiency or expertise, whichever one you have. I don't know if you put proficiency, you automatically have proficiency with thieves tools. I do not know if you chose to use one of your expertise to be to expertise in these tools. So I imagine it's just roll plus your proficiency bonus.
I think I actually used it to get on my charisma. So that's why I have such good charisma plus stealth and persuasion.
So expertise
He's a
is
diet bard.
Shut up.
yeah, expertise is a rogue ability where you can double your proficiency bonus on a ability score or a tool.
Yeah, I think I chose an ability score.
Okay, so it is just roll a dice, add your proficiency bonus.
Alrighty.
I'm trying to remember if you add your dex modifier as
What
well.
is my proficiency bonus? Plus
You guys
3.
are level, yeah, it should be plus 3. Still 3 too.
As a 17.
Cool. You feel like you almost get it. You struggle with it for a minute, and you almost get it, and then it just clicks, and it sounds wrong, and you're back at the beginning. And
What?
you pull your tools out, and they're a little bit bent.
So it was a 17 plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay.
Dirty 20.
If you say a number, I automatically assume
Oh,
that's
you
the
automatically
total.
assume I did the mathematics for you. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah.
My bad. I'll be sure to give you the additionals from now
You
on.
guys know I'm not good at math. Don't expect me to math.
I am well aware that you are not good at math. That's why I make you do it. You need practice.
Rude. I should have
But
had
is
you
it wrong?
executed.
You should have had me executed. Okay. Rude.
Okay, so you do manage to fumble with the lock and you do get it open. You open the chest and it is full of roll me a nature check.
I'll find a way for me to not to figure this shit out.
Well, would you
You're not going to
recognize-
believe me. You're
Is it
not
a nat
going to
20?
believe me. It is.
Okay.
These dice are going in the happy for sure.
Okay. So
Stop rolling so good. You're going to get me in trouble.
this box is full of precious materials. There is some silver and gold. There's a very little bit of adamantine. There is even what look to be dragon scales, specifically copper. There's also a few very small gems.
Alrighty. My curiosity is satiated. I shall
I'm
leave.
surprised the rogue's not stealing the precious things.
I don't need to get executed again. I just
Okay.
wanted to know.
Okay.
You know, for when they, betray us inevitably, and I have money, so we have way to get out of here.
Okay. So, what do you do? Varen, what do you do?
I close the thing up, make sure the lock latches, and I'm hungry.
Okay. You go up to your rooms? Or do you go downstairs?
To my room.
Okay. Walking in the castle, you do pass by the kitchen. It smells amazing. But if you continue to walk upstairs, you will eventually find your companions. Najma and Copac, are you talking about anything in particular while you are eating? And Varen is not there?
No, nothing.
Not really.
Okay, cool. Varen, you get there. Najma and Copac have already. They're almost done eating. Um, there's also, a little wash pail on the corner of the room. Wash up, sit for dinner. Anything you guys would like to discuss?
Fight me.
So what do we do now that we're settled here for the time being? What are your guys' plans?
I'm going to ask the entire group outside of game, what are our plans? Do we plan on going back to the big city? Do we plan on just saying screw all that nonsense and just adventuring? Do we go look for our lost fired, or not fired genasi, our lost
Fire Genasi?
no, our lost genasi.
You do have a
Yeah, no,
lost
nothing.
fire Genasi.
I was right.
Yeah. And then you second guessed yourself and made all of us confused.
Like,
Because let's lay it down. We got your plan, which was the revolution. Still, we got to find Mimosa. We got just adventuring in this new area, or we have what else do we have? Because right now we're not really concerned about finding Idru and the other two, right? Person, they'll come back if they come
Um,
back.
yeah, so, you have heard sort of in the periphery, if you ever inquired about them, that, Mela and Corey managed to find their way to a doctor and get Mela's voice fixed, and then they just hopped on the next boat and took off.
Yeah, okay, so we're not worrying about them. Idru will pop up if his Patreon's done eating him. So of those three, what do you guys want to do? Or unless you have any other suggestions.
okay, hear me out.
No.
Mhm.
I'm
Go
confused.
on.
Go for it.
We start a business, make a ton of money, all right? And then we use that money to hire new adventurers to go find the
To go find the what?
mimosa.
But how long is that going to take us?
I don't care.
Okay. That isn't one option, or our fourth option. I'm surprised you didn't say you wanted to take over this kingdom as well, but that's Varen's brain for you.
Well, this was originally supposed to be a higher level D&D campaign where a person tries to murder us, right?
No.
But like our whole group fell apart, so now person's panicking because
I'm not
she doesn't want
panicking.
to murder us.
I still have a plan, and I adjust all of the things to the level that you guys are. So you guys are good.
See what I mean? Total panic.
That's why we didn't actually fight the dragon.
I almost always have a passive option. It's just who I am as a DM.
Okay.
I think one thing I definitely like to try to do is at least try to find little Ms. Genasi. I miss her.
Mimosa,
Mhm.
because
Okay.
it's still funny.
So we technically have 2 votes for Mimosa. Varen's is just more roundabout because he doesn't want to do the work himself.
No. You misunderstood me. I was suggesting we re-roll level 1 that go on.
Oh, like a one-off adventure?
Yeah, sort of.
That could be
I mean-
interesting if person's up for it.
Yeah, I mean,
A much sillier, less serious, lighthearted, normal
If you-
D&D adventure.
okay, if you guys want more lighthearted, I can do that. This whole sort of, because you guys have completed maybe like, I don't know, I'm bad with math. Not even half of the storyline I have planned.
I'm totally down for continuing on with the story.
Yeah,
know?
same here. Me too. Me too.
It is when you guys did sign up for this game, I did say it's a little bit darker, so it will continue to be a little bit darker. But I can make it. I mean, I don't mind you guys' shenanigans.
How about this? We'll do the Mimosa as a side story with the different characters. We'll just say we hired him,
Okay.
and then she can rejoin this group when we find her, if we find her.
Okay.
Then for this storyline, we'll continue to work with this Duke.
Okay.
Is that what?
Good.
Do you guys agree to that?
Yeah,
That's
this way
perfectly
you
fine.
have something to, let per se, let's say one of us can't join for the next few sessions
Hmm.
because we normally don't want to do this session with just me and Copac.
Right.
We have something to fall back on.
Right, and that works. Yeah, I didn't want to do this particular session without a healer because it might have
Dragon.
ended badly for you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Varen had rolled first. He probably would have struck the dragon first without talking to it. We don't
Also,
know.
I know how rough it is for a DM when one of your players stops showing up.
Well,
And we've had 3.
yeah. Okay. So we'll meet next week's Easter, so we're not gonna meet next week. Week after?
So we'll meet next week or the week after?
Next week is Easter, so we are not meeting.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Week after.
I'm sorry, you guys are doing something Easter.
Yeah, it's family time.
I usually just
I
eat.
guess.
Okay. So week after.
All my
we-
family does for Easter is like an hour, kids eating candy, and everyone pictures, and then we're done.
Well,
For us, it's like a barbecue.
I mean,
all right. Well, we will meet 2 weeks from now. I am focusing on changing my DMing style a little bit, just overall, to get it a little bit more mission based and not sort of wandering all over the place with the story. So I will get all of that prepared and good to go.